Way. I'm joined on the set by Cynthia Illouz, who's a journalist, a gender specialist, and the founder of the Women's Voices. Cynthia, thank you for coming on the set. You were in Avignon last week. You followed the trial for several days, not just outside, but also inside the courtroom. What was it like listening to some of the many defendants on the stand?
Yes, I was in Avignon last week for several days, and the atmosphere was really tense. The courtroom is not very big, so in one side you have all of the many defendants. You know, there are 51 with the 35 lawyers on one side, and on the other side you have Gisele Pelicot with her 2 lawyers and few journalists. So it was really shocking, and outside the court, what we can observe also, you got out for a break at lunchtime. There's only 2 restaurants, and we crossing the guys, the accused men, rapists. So it's really stressful to be inside, and it's really also very shocking to hear their defense.
Well, you were saying that you were shocked by what you described the omnipresence of rape culture in the courtroom. I mean, tell us about their defense and what kind of things they said in their defense.
Yes, the accused men have different backgrounds, but they have also various criminal records. Many of them were accused of domestic violence previously, incest. Many were convicted for thefts. Most of them denying the rape. They showing no willingness of taking responsibility for the actions, and they all claim that they believed that they were part of consensual, libertine couple game. Gisele Pelicot was heavily sedated. She was sleeping. Once one man said that he thought maybe she was dead, so I don't really understand what is this kind of defense. Also, maybe I can add that most of the men were not very educated, and I found that very suspicious that they're using all the same terms as the game of libertine couple.
You also got a chance to speak to Gisele Pelicot when you were there. Very briefly, tell us about that.
Yes, I wanted to give also a support. I went to the protest in the beginning of September with many feminists, many victims also. We were 1,000 gathered in Paris, but also in different cities in France. And I really want to show her that we are here for her. This trial is obviously the trial of this man, but also, as you're mentioning, the trial of rape culture. And I think it was really important to tell that. She said, thank you. It's helping me a lot. And I wanted to share this message that all women in France are behind her.
So you talk about this notion of rape culture in France. Is that something you think truly exists throughout the country?
Yes, what I observe is a profound failure of justice. We're talking about rape culture, but we can also talk about another phenomenon called the victim blaming phenomenon. So as you can observe, many questions regarding our own personal life, irrelevant questions to victim about their sexual life, the way they dressed, and so on. So this is something that you can find on many trials, and different countries such as Sweden, for example, remove all those questions, finding those questions are completely irrelevant to the case, and they just analyze the fact: is the woman has been raped or no, and a past doesn't have anything to do with that.
How do you feel? I mean, here we are at this halfway point of the case. Do you think justice will be served and things will change in France?
I really hope that this justice will be served, that most of the men gonna be accused and also convicted, because we have so many proof on this trial. It's really exceptional. There are many videos they are shown on the trial in front of everyone, and even in front of those videos, they're saying that they're not really committed rape. I don't go into the details because it's really too awful to describe it. But even in front of this proof, they don't take the responsibility for what they've done. So I hope justice will be served here in France, but also I hope that it's going to be a good way to analyze all the failure that we have on our justice.
Cynthia, thank you for coming in and sharing your expertise with us. Cynthia Illouz, they're the founder of the Women's Voices. Thanks so much.
Thank you for having me.